Welcome back. In this video tutorial, I'll walk you through the 5 tips to create compelling podcasts. There are 5 tips to produce unique, quality audio content. 1. Focus on your niche. 2. Choose a strong name. 3. Create a cover image. 4. Insert theme music. 5. Add podcast chapters. Firstly, focus on your niche. As you may know, there are various existing podcasts out there. However, you do not need to create an entirely new podcast even though most of the topics are already covered. All you need to do is repurpose and have your own spin of the topics. Make sure you identify your niche as well as your audience. It's better to be as specific and clear as possible on what you want to venture into. For instance, if you choose to create a podcast on internet marketing, you may focus your podcast on how to be a successful internet marketer. The second tip is to choose a strong name for your podcast. The name you choose for your podcast is important as your audience will search for your podcast using it. It also reflects exactly what your podcast is about. Thirdly, you need to create a cover image for your podcast. This is the first thing your audience will see once they come across your podcast. Therefore, it must be captivating enough to attract their attention. An image is also required if you wish to list your podcast on the iTunes directory. Make sure that your podcast cover is also related to your content. The 4th tip is to insert theme music. This will make your podcast more memorable to your listeners. You may access free tunes for your podcast on sites like Free Music Archive and Vimeo's Music Store. The 5th tip is to add podcast chapters. This gives your users more control on what they choose to listen to. They can skip or select segments that they choose to listen to. They work like chapters in a book. When arranging your podcast in chapters, it represents your podcast in a more organized manner.